does look like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, Logan Hurst up the middle, clean for 2.
Up the middle, 2-point PAT is good, makes the score Mechanicsburg 14, Triad 0.
And in case you didn't hear that, the score is currently 14-0 in favor of your Mechanicsburg Indians. If you're just tuning in with us, I'm Caleb Spinner. Along with me is Tony Muscadri, and this has been all Mechanicsburg through this first quarter.
Yeah, Triad's really struggling to get anything going offensively or defensively for that matter.
And the run for Mechanicsburg has been huge thus far. Both touchdowns come off a run. Jake Hurst was the first one. And now Aaron Conley on a quarterback keeper around the left side there. And we are having some issues with the camera, but we will go audio only here for a little bit. At halftime, we will take a look at the camera and see what's going on. But 14-0, Mechanicsburg on top early. Let's see if Triad can bounce back. We've got 2:26 left in the first quarter. But this one, it was going to be a rainy game. It was going to be a wet game, but the rain has stopped now. The Triad return on the kickoff gets to about the 25, and the Cardinals have been shut down on their first 2 drives so far. Let's see if they can turn it around here on their 3rd possession. And what have they been doing? Like, because their offensive scheme doesn't look like it's been, shaky. It looks like they've been getting the right looks. It just doesn't look like they've been executing, right?
Well, they've had a couple of successful runs. They got a couple first downs on runs. Their throws have been not very accurate so far, so they haven't been able to do anything with those yet. But if they continue to run it and get some success, it could make for a little bit more of an interesting game. Oh, an interception by Jake Hurst.
And it's an interception. Throw it across the middle, right into the hands of Jake Hurst, and he's still going down the sideline, and he's going to take this for a pick 6, it looks like. No, he dives out of bounds at the 1. Man, I got excited for a minute.
Yeah, they must have been ready for that one. He came right underneath, and he was able to get the ball before it even got to its target, cut up field.
Made the tackle. The first and goal for the Bird at the 2.
At the 2-yard line, it'll be first down.
All right, they're going to set up in formation here. Logan Hurst at the helm.
It's a lonely backfield for Logan Hurst in shotgun. Receivers in tight to his left, but Keith Bebout out to the left, sends him in motion. It's a direct handoff to Hurst. He's going to roll it around his right side and punch it in for 6.
Logan Hurst.
Great run by Logan. He cut up in the middle and wasn't touched again getting into the end zone.
That was a beautiful run from Logan Hurst, the senior quarterback. Man, that's still weird to say. Senior quarterback. And it makes it 20-0 for Mechanicsburg.
Is it bad? Senior commentator, does that bug you too?
Not really. I mean, because when it comes to commentating, it's a different story. It speaks more to your experience, and I guess, well, it's not like senior's a bad thing here. It's just I never thought we'd get here. It's weird that the day that I've been dreaming about is finally here, and that's a pass complete across the middle.
Keith Bebout on the reception.
Went for 2 and cashed in on it.
The PAT makes the score Mechanicsburg 22, Triad 0.
We apologize for the early technical difficulties, but we are broadcasting live here from Triad Stadium between the Mechanicsburg Indians and the Triad Cardinals. It is the Triad homecoming game, and before this we saw the homecoming king and queen get crowned. It was Logan McCoy and Olivia Butts, so congratulations for them. And now we're going to wait the kickoff, and Mechanicsburg is cashed in on their past 3 drives. 2 of them on offense, 1 on defense. It's been all Mechanicsburg thus far.
Yeah, I think they came out with a little bit of vengeance from last week, that tough loss to West Jefferson. So they came out here ready to play, and it shows.
It does. They look prepared. They look very prepared out here, ready for whatever Triad's throwing at them. Now waiting for the kickoff. It's a high arcing kick and into the hands of McCoy. Or excuse me, not McCoy. Number 5, Coleman Hawk, and he almost broke outside to the 35, but he's dropped right there. And that'll be your line of scrimmage, 35.
He still hasn't made up for dinner yet.
No, not yet.
No.
What's it gonna take for him to make up for dinner? Do you know?
I don't.
You don't have measures for this stuff? You know what gets his dinner taken away, but you don't know what earns it back?
It's hard to get it back. It's easy to lose it.
Okay. I was going to say, seems like a one-sided deal then for Danny.
Well, it's easy. You just don't make any mistakes.
Easier said than done sometimes, though.
Yes, that's true. He goes back to pass.
That pass
Overthrows
incomplete.
the intended receiver.
And that's one thing on film that we've seen from Seminelli is he has one heck of an arm. I dare I say one of the best in the OHC. But he has a tendency to either overthrow or underthrow his receiver. And we saw that right there. An overthrown pass, out of bounds.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. I mean, that's the hard part of being a quarterback. You either have nerves, so they're going to influence it, and then obviously the weather's going to influence it, which is not too bad tonight.
No, it's a beautiful evening tonight.
It is. It turned out to be pretty good. I'm sure the ball's a little bit wet because the ground's wet.
Yeah, but that's what the towel guys on the side are doing. Man in motion, it's a drop snap, and so Simonelli's going to have to keep this and gets about 2 yards. And the rain is coming down again.
Yeah, not too bad for a fumbled snap. He was able to pick it up and go forward for a couple yards.
Credit to Simonelli for actually seeing it. A lot of quarterbacks, they might not see it until it's too late and your defense is on it.
Oh, it's good to see Logan McCoy back in the game.
He has come off the sideline. He was working with the trainer a little bit, but now he came back on.
A little bit, but
homecoming game wouldn't be complete without its king, right?
That's true.
22-0 as we tick down under a minute 10 in this first quarter. Triad with the ball, 3rd and 8. Shotgun formation, 5 receivers. Trips formation and then a double, and it's going to be a run from Simonelli up the middle and a gain of maybe 1 if he's lucky.
Yeah, they didn't fool anybody. He was able to try to run up, but the linebacker stayed home and were able to stop him.
And you know, those quarterback reads are always a gamble. And there's always those players that, and I think Simonelli's one of them. One of the players that will look at it and go, what if I would have? You know, what if I would have given it to my halfback, or what if I would have decided to throw it? You just got to have a short memory, as they say. It's a high kick from Logan McCoy down around the 32-yard line by Keith Bebout. Keith Bebout barely got under the last one.
That one was much better.
That was dangerous.
He called fair catch early on and just got underneath it and made a clean catch, and that's what you want your punt returner to do when it's a high kick like that.
And so now the Mechanicsburg offense, they scored on their first 2 offensive possessions and then had an interception that set up a run up the middle. So what do you think we're going to see here? Are we going to see more run, or are we going to finally switch to the passing game that we've seen very little of?
I'm guessing they're going to do a couple more of these run plays. They haven't done, like right now, they have 2 in the backfield, which is kind of newer this year for them.
Double back formation. They go out to receivers, throw across the middle, incomplete to Keith Bebout, but there is a flag on the far sideline, which is Mechanicsburg's side.
One of the receivers are on the ground also.
It is against Mechanicsburg.
See, I was wrong twice there, Caleb.
I thought it was going to be a formation call. Because that was a weird formation. You had the backs that switched out into receivers. It looked to be an illegal formation. I'm pretty sure.
They didn't give any penalty yards there, so I'm guessing they waved the flag off. I mean, it's still second and 10 now.
Brings up a second down and 10 for the Indians.
Yeah, they're not backed up. Nothing really happened. Okay, same formation, 2 backs, 2 receivers. It's a handoff to Jake Hurst. He runs around to his right. He's got room across the 40 and down about the 43-yard line. Enough for a first down, it looks like.
It looks like maybe a 1 yard short.
41-yard line appears to be about a yard short.
And that'll do it for our first quarter. Your score at the end of 22-0. Mechanicsburg in control of this one. Don't go anywhere. We still got a lot of football left to play on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Triad Stadium. We've got more football between the Mechanicsburg Indians and the Triad Cardinals here on Triad's homecoming night. It's a great night for football. It's a direct snap to Logan Hurst. He's going to take it, Aaron Conley, excuse me. And he's going to run out of bounds across the 45. There is a flag down right near where he went out. Not sure what it is yet, but let's go to our official to hear.
Illegal block against the Indians.
Illegal block against Mechanicsburg. That's going to call that run back and bring the line of scrimmage back. What is that, 10 yards?
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
See, this is why I have you on here. You're the rules expert. And we do have video up for you, live in the booth. It's Tony Muscadri and Caleb Spinner.
Third down and 6.
And this has been a great game. I mean, we had a great first quarter. Mechanicsburg Indians up 22-0. What do you think of that?
I think Indians came ready to play. They were, again, they're upset about last week's loss, so they came out and they wanted to prove a point tonight. So they're here ready, and they're taking it out on the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's a poor. It's not very nice of Mechanicsburg because this is, like we mentioned, it's their homecoming. 22-0. It's not polite of the Indians. Logan Hurst finds Beebout across the 45. He's going to tiptoe to the 50. And spins and gets brought down a little bit across the 50 to about the 48, excuse me.
Yeah, that was a good catch. Keith Beebout stopped and came back and was wide open and then danced a little bit and got about 5 more yards after the catch.
Usually I don't condone when running backs dance like that. I usually like them to go north and south. But when Beebout does it, there's just something about it that just makes the play so much better.
Well, there he made someone totally miss, and then he was open for a second, got the extra yards, and then got taken down.
Made 2 people miss, it looked like.
Yep.
And it's a lone back formation. 2 receivers in tight to Conley's left. It's a snap, handoff up the middle to, looks to be Chase Props,
yep.
But I thought I saw 29. It's across the 45 and down at around the 43.
Getting to the 44-yard line.
That was a good run by Props. He was able to quickly get the ball, go up for a couple yards, and then fall down and gain a 5.
Cam Crabtree on the stop.
Those small gains
Second down and 5
might not look glamorous as they're happening, but boy, I tell you, they're great when they happen because it's just a consistent running game. 2 in the backfield. Logan Hurst throws across the middle, diving catch, incomplete. Bebout couldn't hold on to it, and that'll bring up third down.
Looks like a little bit of miscommunication there between Hurst and Bebout. Bebout stopped, looked for the ball, and he had a dive to his right to try to catch it. And it was a little low, so.
It was a little low, but we've seen Bebout make those catches, but if he wants an absolute 100% chance that Bebout catches it, he's got to throw it a little higher into his breadbasket. Indians break the huddle. They come to the line with a comfortable 22-0 lead here in the second quarter. Conley takes the snap, fakes a handoff. He's got room around his right and dragged down shy of the 30-yard line.
That was a great read by Aaron Conley. He, with a play action to Props, he saw somebody coming. As soon as he pulled the ball from Props got taken out, and he got 15 yards. So it was a great read.
Probably faked out the whole crowd here tonight. And now a lone backfield for Logan Hurst, who checks into the game. Low snap, gives it to Props. Props around the left. Finds room across the 35, still going, and down at the 20.
That was good. It was a patient run by Props. He was going to the outside. He saw defenders there. He waited for a blocker. After the blocker made a block, he cut up and was able to get another 7 yards.
It's a good move from the veteran running back.
He gets subbed out for, okay.
They're bringing in Danny Muscadri at running back. Question mark?
If he's in, he's probably playing slot receiver. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there it is. Okay, I was going to say, Danny is a man of many talents, but I don't think running the football is one of them. It's a pitch to Danny. Look at that. He's going to run it. Gets to about the 20-yard line and then brought down.
He tried to play a jet sweep with a slower jet.
Yeah, a commercial airliner, we'll say. Not a jet, a commercial airliner.
Not a big commercial airliner, a little bit smaller.
No, yeah, one of those two aisle seats.
Yeah, he came across the back of the O-line there, and there was a big gap, and one of their linebackers got right into that gap. He didn't have much option there.
I'm not sure Chase Props would have gotten much further, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just good defense. We make fun of Danny a little bit on the running, but I'm not sure a better running receiver could do that. And that one's complete across the middle. Back to Long, and he's going to get dragged into the end zone for a touchdown. And the senior Mac DeLong finds pay dirt early.
Great pass, Mac coming right across about the 5-yard line, caught the ball, and then someone wrapped him up on the 3-yard line. He just kept on turning and fell into the end zone 2 yards deep.
And one thing listeners might not remember, Mac DeLong was out this time last year. He had surgery, would have been the week before this game when they played West Jeff. He was out the second half of the season with that meniscus injury, but back now and shows Triad, hey, I'm dangerous. Guard me.
He is. He is a fierce competitor.
And they're going to go for two again. Bebout in motion. And a flag, whistles blow it dead. Illegal procedure against Mechanicsburg. Man, that's going to back them up. Make this a little tougher of a try.
Yeah, Bebout went out on that motion, and I don't know if any of the Triad Cardinals followed him. He would have been wide open in the corner of the end zone.
Well, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, the whole year would be like Christmas, right?
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Looks like somebody else must have gone in motion also, though.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a double motion. Refs don't like that.
Yep. For some reason, they made that illegal.
For some reason, right? I mean, rules, right? They're just guidelines. Logan Hurst throws and out of the hands of Bebout.
Got to make that catch.
And that's incomplete, but we're going to step aside for just a minute. Don't go anywhere. We've got more Mechanicsburg football here on the Mechanicsburg Indians Broadcasting Network. Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium here. We are live with the Mechanicsburg Indians game against the Triad Cardinals. And now an announcement for one of our amazing sponsors, Blue Line Inks. The people at Blue Line Inks create the M.I.B.N apparel that our broadcasters wear. They can embroider any clothing, apparel you need, jackets, coats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, you name it. Go to BlueLineInks.com and check them out today. And Danny Muscadri is going to boot this one away after the Indians found pay dirt for the 4th time tonight. And it's going to be fielded. Gets across the 30, and he's dragged down. And man, do the Cardinals need a score here to stay in this.
Yeah, they're having a tough time tonight. They haven't been moving the ball. I mean, they got a couple first downs, but I don't think they've gotten probably more than 30 or 40 yards any one of our 3 possessions so far.
I won't call it crunch time yet because you still have a lot of time left in the game, but definitely need this one to get momentum back in your favor.
Yeah, it'd be nice to start that now. Probably would have been nice to start that before they scored.
Would have been nice to start that first possession.
Yeah.
But we can't do that now. We can't go back in time, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Under center is Seminelli. In motion, it's going to be a handoff up the middle and dragged down after a gain of a couple.
Oh, it looks like there was a fumble. Mechanicsburg
Oh, no, there is a fumble. Look at that. Good eye. You've got the eye of an eagle.
I got the eye of the ref pointing the other direction.
Okay, fair enough. See, I'm complimenting your talent,
Hey,
and
thank you.
you're the magician that tells how he does the trick. You can't do that. It's in the rule book of color commentating. You can't reveal your secrets.
Well, Caleb, luckily I'm an engineer by trade. So
Okay, yeah. You didn't study media at Notre Dame?
I did not study media at Notre
Studied
Dame. No.
Engineering has too much math for me. I believe your other son, your eldest, is studying engineering at Miami now.
He is, yes, and he's here tonight.
2 receivers to Conley's left. Beebout out to the right. Drops back. Low. Man's in pressure and fumbled. Looks like the Cardinals will have it at the 46-yard line, and indeed they do. Number 63, Cam Crabtree, blew it up in the backfield and got on it.
Yeah.
Number 52, Cody Hoffer made the hit, and the ball just went loose. Conley didn't even see him.
He did not see him coming from his blind side. He was getting ready to throw it. Just got hit before he got there. Knocked the ball loose. Crabtree on the recovery.
And what were we just saying about momentum swinging in your favor?
Now that's one way to do it. It's 8 minutes left, though. Cardinals need something to turn out positive here.
We'll see if Triad can cash in here. It's shotgun, looking for a pass. Seminelli's going to run it. Up the middle, gets across into Indians territory and then brought down.
Looked like a gain of 7 there. 6 or
Right
7.
about. And that's one thing that Mechanicsburg is going to have to do. Seminelli is a running quarterback. You've got to play quarterback contain on him. Can't let him run or his legs are going to hurt you.
Yeah, that's where you got to have a spy guy in your linebacker, kind of not guarding a receiver by any means, but as soon as you see that quarterback tuck it, then you got to go after him.
28-0. Mechanicsburg has the lead right here. 7:26 to go, but after that turnover, who knows? Maybe Triad scores here. Shotgun for Seminelli. Looks, throws complete to McCoy on the near sideline, and he's going to get dragged out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line, right around the 37.
But not after he
Or
gets
the 42,
down.
excuse me.
Down to the 41-yard line, first down Cardinals.
That's one thing I've been working on all season is identifying the field. It's been a long time since I played football. And now let's see what Triad goes here. They've run it and they've passed it before, both with success. So really showing that they can be a jack of all trades if the Indians don't D them up more tightly. And that's shotgun. It's a fake pass up the middle. And lucky if he got a yard in that scrum that just happened.
Jordan Seminelli.
Yeah, that's not going to help too much get a lot of yardage. And also the clock's going to be running for him, which could cause a problem later on in this possession.
6:55, 28-0 your score. 2nd and 9 for the Cardinals. Seminelli, once again, a good passer. He had a couple open receivers, but just overthrew those targets. One of them was to Logan McCoy, just out of the reach of him. but I think Simonelli can dial it in here. Triad has a lot of strange formations here. It's a shotgun, complete, and dragged down after gaining maybe 2. Let's see where they mark this. Because I want to say he got a gain, but I don't know. After that shot back, it looked like forward progress was about 2 yards.
Yeah, not much. But the nice thing was, as soon as he caught the ball, M.I.B.N was there to stop him. So
It was a good read.
If any yardage, it was minimal.
Yeah, it was a good read from M.I.B.N.
That was also a long pass. When you're taking the hike on the right hash mark and you're throwing it all the way across the field to the left wide receiver, the ball takes a little bit of time to get there.
Yeah, it does.
It gives the defender time to get up on the receiver.
Here's Simonelli under center. He's looking to pass, and he's rushed from behind. He's going to keep it, and up the middle for a minimal gain of about 2 or 3. It'll bring up 4th down, and not a great scenario for the Cardinals.
It's probably about 4th and 5, 4th and 6 here.
4th and 5, exactly. Look at that. And he didn't even look at the scoreboard. I will attest to that. He did not look at the scoreboard. No cheating there.
M.I.B.N on the tackle.
Let's see what they do here, if they're going to run or pass. Do you have any insights that you want to share with us from your Mystic color commentator powers?
I think they're going to try to maybe bring somebody out of the backfield, but they're going to have to throw it. Their running game hasn't been too good tonight yet.
3 receivers out to Simonelli's right. Looks to throw, under pressure, throws it.
Way over.
And way over the head of his intended receiver that was in the direction of Coleman Hawk. But it's incomplete, and it'll bring up turnover on downs for Mechanicsburg in their own territory, but not in terrible field position.
No, Hayden DeLong on that safety position was on his way over. He was playing it safe. He was able to make it over there. If that ball was close, he would have gave the receiver some troubles catching it.
And I like the play call. I have to admit, I like the play call. At some point in this game, you're going to have to take a deep shot. You're going to have to try something. You can't play conservative the whole game. So I like the play call, the decision to go for a long pass instead of just a slot one. But unfortunately, it does not come up in the outcome that the Triad Cardinals wanted.
Fumble.
It's a handoff, fumbled on the play. It looks like
it looks like Mechanicsburg recovered it again.
Looked like Mechanicsburg recovered it. I thought
One of the linemen.
I thought that Aaron Conley got on it, but now that I'm seeing it, the ball bounced a little bit. And number 50, Tristan Hall, able to save what would have been a disastrous play for the Indians.
3 yards on
Looked like he dove on it, knocked the ball forward. It was rolling around a little bit. The defender tried to drop on it and missed it, and Tristan Hall jumped on it.
And after a fumble recovered by the Cardinals ended the last drive, that looked like deja vu for the Indians. Shotgun. It's a fake handoff pass across the middle to Keith Bebout. He's going to streak up the field, and he's dragged down by his back. Looked to be like a horse collar.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he grabbed his shoulder pads or not, but he was able. He's on that slant. He gets that ball in full stride. It could be dangerous, but luckily the DB was able to stop him there.
We'll send it back to the studio in New York. Maybe they can do an instant replay. Oh, wait.
Is that next year?
Yeah, that'll be next year. Hopefully,
yeah.
If this goes up well. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. It's Bebout and an ISO on the right. It's a long pass for Conley, down the sideline and overthrown.
A little too much power on that throw.
Would have been a great one.
Incomplete.
Would have been 6, it looked like.
It would have been if it was about 4 yards shorter.
Bebout in double coverage. When he goes streaking, you got to find that sweet spot. Because he'll take off. He'll turn the jets on. And you've just really got to guess his speed. And that's the tough part. That's where math comes into sports.
That is.
It's calculus, I do believe. Right? Determining how fast something's going and
physics.
How much. Okay, physics.
But you were close, Caleb.
Yeah. Both involve numbers.
Yep.
Shotgun, lone back formation. It's a fake handoff. Logan Hurst is going to keep it up the middle. Zigzags for about a 1st down. And they are going to move the chains. Gets about 2 yards past.